What's going on, everybody? I just thought, today I'll do a little something different. Because I've been using AK12 and RW1 lately in Advanced Warfare, and it seems to be that they make a pretty good combo together. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad guns, some pretty good guns, and these two are like the unstoppable duo. You see, the RW1 is bad at long range, but really good at close range, since it's one-shot kill. And pretty much, you can take down a guy with a shotgun at close range, as long as the shotgun don't hit fire you. The RW1 gets pretty good range, except it gets hit markers when you get too far. So, besides that, the AK isn't so hot at close range, because it aims pretty slow. And another thing I noticed is that its clip size isn't very big either. It's only 30 bullets, but coming from 30 bullets, I mean, it's like an average amount, but only problem with that is that it runs out of ammo really fast. It only has 120 bullets in all. So after playing and trying to go on streaks and everything, it's almost impossible unless you have scavenger. Otherwise you're screwed, but I don't have scavenger, so that's a bit of a problem. If I see gameplay later of me using the AK12 with scavenger, other than the ASM1, because this AK is really good, especially when it comes to games like Domination, where it's a lot of defense. But the ASM1's better at offense. You come flying into the room, and you can just basically spray your way through like 5 people and be good. But the AK does great at picking people off at mid-range to long range. And then you have the version of the gun I'm using. I forget what it's called. I think it's it doesn't really matter, but it's the one that you get from. It's like the other, like, standard version of the AK. I think it's called the Wrecker. Yeah, it's the Wrecker. AK Wrecker. So, basically what it is, AK Wrecker reduces the accuracy. AK-12 has amazing accuracy. Probably one of the most accurate guns in the game, as far as I can tell. What I found interesting is that when you put grip on it in red dot, it's even more accurate. So, it's, like, ridiculous. You can pretty much snipe the snipers with your AK at that point. And so what I've noticed is, since it has such good accuracy, using the Wrecker version of it, it brings down the accuracy too, but it brings up the handling. So it's better at close range. So it allows it to reload faster, aim slightly faster, and slightly better hip fire accuracy. And then dual wielding it with the RW1, which isn't a good gun when you run out of ammo. The AK is pretty good for going on short streaks, just really quickly, and then dying off and restarting all over again. But if you have scavenger, that would be great to add on it. But when you're using the RW1, I would not run into a room with the AK. It's just like a known fact that you probably shouldn't do that unless you're running like laser sight and no, I think laser sight would probably help. But only problem, oh yeah, and gung ho would probably help. But to be honest, it doesn't aim quick enough for you to get good kills at close range, unless you got like some crazy like dashing side to side maneuvers. And you can probably take them out, but in my opinion, it's good to dual wield the RW1 with it as your secondary, so you can take people out at close range. When you run into a room, you take one guy out and then jump back out the other way, like dash backwards out of the room again, switch your AK, and then pick off all the rest. That's generally what I like to do, personally. As far as I can tell, I've used it in Domination. I've also used it in fast-paced game mode. In fast-paced game mode, it's actually not that bad, because its mobility is pretty good. Except, as I was saying, at close range, the AK is not too hot, considering its ammo count, which is not that high. Its aiming speed, which isn't that high, and its reload speed isn't that good either. So, at close range, I would probably use the RW1 instead of the AK. But what I'm trying to say here is that my class setup that I have going on right here is pretty good for Domination. If you're a Domination player and you like the really well accurate, high damaging type weapons, I would go for the AK and be sure to dual wield the RW1 with it. And if you're the type of person that gets into a lot of close range encounters, I would switch out the standard AK for the Wrecker, which of course brings up the handling, so it's better at close range and quicker reaction time and stuff like that. But it has reduced accuracy. So as you can see, it's still really accurate, especially with the grip and red dot. So it kind of counteracts that. But for the most part, especially, oh yeah, another thing. that I should put in. The hover ability. I feel like the hover ability does not give enough screen time. Let's be honest right now. The hover ability, nobody uses it. Ever. Like, I've seen, like, one person use it, or maybe, like, 3 at the most. 3 to, like, 4 at the most I've seen in my entire time of playing Advanced Warfare. And I believe I'm, like, 5th prestige or something. I believe I'm 5th prestige. Probably 4th or 6th. No, I don't think I'm 6th. I think I'm 5th. Anyway. The hover ability is actually pretty good. For instance, if you have somebody chasing you, you can hear them behind you. Using the hover ability to jump up and then hover while in midair, the enemies will think you're going to drop back down. But if you stay hovering, they're going to run in or turn the corner into a hallway, and you'll turn the corner, and they'll be looking around for you, and you'll be above their head. And they will never expect you to still be inside the air like that. Or they'll probably expect you to be drop-shotting or on the ground waiting for them or inside the corner. But you're not. You're going to be floating in midair like a freaking wizard. And it really can catch them off guard, especially when you come, if you use, what's good with it, I think it's, the ability, what's the name of the perk that allows you to use your exo abilities longer? That's pretty useful with hover, although I just like using the hover by itself. If you move while hovering, you can still move while hovering, but it doesn't allow you to, hover very long. What I like to do is I like to just jump up, like, after I turn a corner or through a doorway, and I just, like, hover for a couple seconds, and then I usually look down below me and wait for somebody to come by real quick, if I know somebody behind me. Or what you can do is, if you see somebody on an objective, or you see them, or you know they're around a corner, what you can do is you can jump up and hover, and then move while you're in midair, because you can still steer and turn, and your gun doesn't have as much accuracy when you're hovering, but it still works pretty well. So what it's really good for is, catching people off guard, pretty much. Because when you come through a doorway and you're in the air instead of on the ground, it'll really catch them off guard. Anyway, guys, that'll be enough for this video. I'm just going to show you a supply drop, me opening right here. And I'm also going to show you my class setup that I use for this. It'll be up for a few seconds. So, bye, have a great time!